This presentation is about the details of one of my courses on water strategy. I start with an introduction, then definition and details of the course design matrix, and we go to talk about weekly meetings and PM sheet, and then go in detail about course contents and the different development templates, and we give an example of a lecture and practice, and then we discuss my invented type of question called matrix question, and then I will give my final remarks. In the phase 2 of the Center of Excellence project Pillar 2, two of my courses were selected as pilot project for the e-learning. The original face-to-face version has 15 lectures. The e-learning version is designed to supplement the face-to-face. For some courses, only few modules are to be developed and not the whole course. But I decided for my course to develop all the lectures for the purpose that it can be used as a stand-alone entity later on. The way instructors develop the course collectively is they assign each lecture to a certain developer. In my case, I have a different setup where I work with my co-developer on all the lectures inside the modules. Here is a slide that shows the courses that were selected for phase 2 of the e-learning development, and my two courses are Sustainable Water Resources, which is the one we are talking about, and the other one I mentioned in my previous video about climate change adaptation. These are the 15 lectures, starting by water resources challenges, basic definitions, concepts of water management, water security in the Nile Delta, water supply and demand, projects and measures, the 4 directives of the Egyptian water strategy, participation in water management, policy and institutional framework, creating an enabling environment. I added two interesting parts on cultural and behavioral change and transition management. Then the last two lectures are on non-conventional water resources and the sustainability of the water sector. The most sophisticated part of the thing is this CDM, Course Development Matrix. As you can see in this Google Drive, for my course Sustainable Water Resources Management, we have different elements in the Google Drive. The highlighted one means the one that we are going to see in the next slide. Therefore, this is the CDM, and it says here course design matrix. If I look at the course design matrix, this is first part of the design matrix. It gives the purpose of the course name and number. There is no number for the time being, and the program, and the subject matter expert's name. It's me and Dr. Rabab Gaber from the Ministry of Water Resources, and this is our emails, and the reviewer is Professor Dr. Ryan Dupont from the States. And here are the names of the instructional designer, Nesma and Aya, and here are the dates of the starting and the target delivery that you have to abide with. This is a course description that tells that this course will be equipped with theory, practice, and skills to guide the water sector in Egypt towards achieving sustainable water management strategies. In addition to this introductory part of the CDM, this is much detailed, the rest of the CDM, but here it is much detailed. This is for each group of rows in this spreadsheet are devoted to a certain module. In this course we have 5 modules. Module 1 is Introduction to Water Management, Part 1. This is the module overview, and these are the learning objectives. We have 2 learning objectives, and we have corresponding module sub-objectives, like develop a broader understanding of water resources management, and the sub-module is understand and define water resources challenges in Egypt. And this is the order of instruction and the content material. Is it an external video? And the word choose here because we choose a content type from a drop-down menu. External video, PowerPoint presentation, further reading, and there is a lot of videos here. Here are the links for the videos and how our LOs are aligned to the content and the order for the activities. Therefore, the first one is about the overview. The second group of columns are for the contents, and the next group of columns are for the activities. Activities like we choose from a drop-down list using, if we use auto-graded questions, and here is the title and the outline. We are not finished, this is just part of it. If we go down here, we found the rest of the CDM. This is the activity stuff from the previous slide, and there is another group of columns for the assessment, and we choose the type of assessment from a drop-down menu if we have an auto-graded quiz or a different type of assessment. And here the last columns has to do with some summary of the stuff in the previous columns. Here we go to another item of the Google Drive, which is the weekly meetings. Weekly meetings are shown here, and then you see I will enlarge this to show you that we have too many weekly meetings. The spreadsheet gives the meeting date, if it happened or not, and the meeting minutes, and the action plan, and action plan achievement status, and the people responsible, either the SME or the ID, the subject matter experts and the instructional developer. For the first group of meetings, it was preparation for the content development meeting, which follows with the same criteria as the previous group of meetings. The PM sheet is another detail, as you can see in the Google Drive here, and then we go again. I'm going to show you what it includes. It includes the 13 elements of module 1, and if it is submitted or not, and the feedback of the instructional developer, and if the SME addressed or not, and then this is for graphic designer review and on storyboard, and this is the proofreading status, and the ID consultant feedback, if any, reviewer feedback, graphic designer start date. And this was really the most time consuming, and it didn't have a deadline like us. They took a lot of time to finish their work, the graphic designers. Maybe because there were too much workload and very few graphic designers. Then we get to the course contents. In course contents, again, this is a Google Drive. You open it, you find a folder for each module. And to guide us how to develop the contents of the modules, there is a content development templates that we are going to open now, and it has too many templates. Reading template, template for PowerPoint, template for quiz, for outline, for discussion board, for the SDG questions that I added, and I added another item for Dr. Ali's matrix question, and then we have video template and infographic template. If we go to module 1, we will look at this in detail, and these are the 13 different items, and then we will show the study, the concept of water. This is a reading material, therefore this is the PowerPoint presentation, different slides, and then here is practice 2, and this practice 2 is MCQ question, where this is the stem and these are the choices, and the correct answer is highlighted in yellow, and this is incorrect answer feedback, which is a necessity. We cannot have any MCQ activity without the feedback to incorrect answer. Dr. Ali's matrix is an item to the assessment elements that I added, and it is simply we put the question in a matrix form. At the beginning we give instructions for SME who likes to use this, and also a paragraph of instructions for the students. And what we have here is an example of this matrix question, where the columns contains the basic definitions of terms used in water resources management, and here is the description of the terms, and the student has to check one, to write one or check on the proper intersection of the term and its definition. And we took some time with the AUC people to see how we design this using the tools in the software they are using, the Moodle, because matrix question was not among the choices of the software. And this is another interesting matrix question that talks about the individual consumption and share of water for the year 2007, where they define the countries with scarcity, where the personal share is less than 1,000 cubic meter per year, and water stress less than 1700, vulnerability, and other water limits to define the vulnerability. And they have different colors, and the student, after reading the lecture, will decide that the Arab region is defined as scarcity and Sudan is defined as vulnerability less than 2,500 cubic meter per person per year, and so on. The course roadmap, which is the last section, it's just an advertisement about the course that includes the name of the course description, and then the 5 modules: Introduction to Water Management Part 1, Part 2, Egyptian Water Strategy Pillars Part 1, Egyptian Water Strategy Pillars Part 2, and the last module is IWRM Special Issues. But the design of the roadmap is not consistent. Not all the courses have the same design, and this is the design of my second course. I talked about at the beginning of the presentation, titled Climate Change Adaptation, and it has not 5 modules, 6 modules, and again these are the description of the 6 modules in different formats with beautiful icons and very good presentation. My concluding remarks: I tried in this presentation to show the complexity and the multi-stage process adopted by the system of the American University in Cairo, with too many persons involved. The time plan was a bit tight, especially for my course, because I opted to include all my 15 lectures, that was designed for the face-to-face version, and not some of them as the rest of the courses for other colleagues. There is a lot of rough edges in the process that can be streamlined to save time and effort, and this presentation is an attempt, if we are going to repeat this exercise, is to do some streamlining of activities so that we can execute the whole activities in shorter time using less effort. But the bottom line is what we have done is very good, but to test the success of development, we have to wait until the course is executed on the ground.